All righty, good morning, everybody. I'm going to probably give it a couple of minutes for people to understand that I'm online and that. I did do some things different today. Hopefully they worked out. I threw in a preview video that hopefully you got to watch before you popped online. Still kind of new to this and that. As I continue to, let the battery get a little low too. Ruh-roh. I wonder if I can run some power to it. I may have to. I'm at about 10%. Give me a second while I go get my power. You should still be able to hear me, hopefully. I have my Bluetooth on. And looks like I got enough length to direct power. Just got to remember not to walk that direction. So, day 10. Quarantine ends after today, and I'm free to go out and do what I like doing. So tomorrow I'll do a kind of my subs going up there. Guy at the gym told me once I hit 500, it would probably start going up pretty quickly, which is great. I'm still lacking on the hours watched, but that'll come. I think probably by the end of the year, I should have the 4,000 hours, and then I can actually be a real channel. But at least it's giving me time to learn things. I've been watching other channels and seeing how they dress it up a little bit, and kind of going by there. Of course, with more subscriptions, and I got one out there that's got over 150,000 views. I'm starting to get some, I guess you would call them haters or unbelievers or trolls or whatever. Not many, but I'm thinking about for every 1,000 views, I get one person that gives me the old, it's fake weights. They're not. I mean, you can see the rest of the gym. You can see the guy next to me is mentioning with the same weights I'm using. We don't have a gym full of fake weights. That's just silly to say that. The other thing I get is, am I on TRT? And I know what TRT is. The first time I heard it, I had to look it up. And same thing with the first time somebody offered me gear. I was like, what, wrist wraps, weight belt? And they're like, oh, no, anabolic steroids and that. And I said, yeah, no, I don't do that. If you do, that's fine. I have no problem against them. It's just I don't feel comfortable taking those at my age, and I don't feel highest video has 3,000 views. So hey, what I learned, radio host Steve Tingle from 97 FM Drive up here in Chicago, his social media group told him to respond to every message you get, even the trolls. Whether it's a thank you, whether it's answering a question or whatever. And so I started doing that, and then I found a real huge uptake. I think what it does is it puts you up higher on the list when they do a search. It makes you look like you're trending more than you're not. So I literally spent 40 minutes this morning answering all the comments on that video, and then on Customize Your Channel, you can put a featured video, and then you can put a video for people who have not subscribed. And the one that was doing the best was the one that I had for people who haven't subscribed. And then once it kind of takes off, it kind of becomes its own monster. So even though I have removed that 460 video and replaced it with the time when I did 480 back in December of last year, just before I got hurt, the 460 is the one that's still really going away. I mean, I went from 130,000 views last night to 155,000 views by this morning. Of course, I had a lot of comments, and the comments were mostly good, and I appreciate it. And a couple questions about my height and weight. Currently I'm 6'4". Well, used to be. Maybe I'm 6'3". I don't know. to get measured, the gravity of the situation after 60 years. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And at the time of the videos, I was about 260. I'm 250 now because, well, COVID has taken me, some weight off, which I needed. Another thing I try to tell people is, you're obviously on steroids. No, if you're on steroids, listen, it's people are in the business, weightlifting and in the gyms all the time. You can kind of see that, the guy walks in like he got stung by a bee. What I mean is he's swole, he's puffed up already. He hasn't even worked out yet. And like I said, if you're on steroids, great. It's America. If that's what you want to do for your goals and that, go ahead and do it. I'll suggest you do it under a doctor's supervision and not buy it off of some guy online. But, you do what you want to do. Same thing with the vaccine shots. I on some other channels I responded to, I had somebody, oh, you took the poison shot, you took the Jimmy Jones shot. People, stop it. All right. Just as bad as it is for those who are trying to force this shot on people, sit there and the people who have already got the shot is equally as wrong. All right. If you get the shot, great. Talk to your doctor. All right. Because 90% of the shit on the stuff on the internet is BS. You got these doctors come lately. I'm an expert in yada, yada, yada. You've never heard of me before, but, here I'm going to tell you why it's right or wrong. Stop it. Talk to your doctor, see if it's a good thing or not. Younger probably don't need it, but I'm 60 years old, so I got both shots. Will I get a third one? I don't think so. The wife's saying she is, and that's her choice, but both her and I have already had COVID. She got it 2 months ago, and I'm just now getting over it. So I don't think I need a third shot. The fourth one comes out, maybe. I don't know. I'll play it by ear. Once again, I'll talk to my doctor, because I get a flu shot when I think of it. I got the pneumonia shot last year for the first time. I've been vaccinated for everything that I can think of that they have out there. So, and the shots were also to help you get over it when you got it. Of course, when they first came out, you got to have it. You won't get COVID. No, that's not true. Just like a flu shot doesn't keep you from getting the flu, but hopefully it makes it less viral. I mean, I got over this in 5 days. This COVID has killed people. All right. But if you don't believe in getting a shot, don't. I would tell you, do the vitamin regimens that I do. All right. I think that's more important. I think it's more important you wash your hands. I think it's more important if somebody's hacking and sneezing and you walk away from them like you should have done before anyway. I mean, when I was working at the desk, I had somebody just sneeze right next to me. I mean, that stuff went flying everywhere. And I backed up and had the Lysol right doused her. And she goes, well, that was rude. I said, yes, you were. She didn't even cover her mouth. I'm like, holy crap, people. So I'm really excited about getting back to the gym. I don't quite know where I'll be at, level-wise. I am going to document it, take the computer with me, and I'll do my warm-ups, and then probably about 2 1/4, we'll start talking about it. Magnesium supplement, there you go. So I know I got to get this closer because when I rewatch my videos, I realize the quality is not the best. So it's a lot of what I do in the morning. So there's magnesium. I finally went out and grabbed the NEC out of my car. All right. So this is one I've been wanting to add to it, but I just had a mental block. It's a big pill. Now what I'll do is I'll take this throughout the day. I don't just wolf them all down because you get the system gets overwhelmed. Your potassium. I understand it's only providing 3% what my body needs, so it's not a powerful supplement. But you want to get it through food. When I get a chance to go to the store, I'll buy me some more bananas because I'm out. Vitamin C. This is one of the main ones. I start with 2,000 milligrams in the morning. Then I'll take 1,000 in the afternoon. I'll take 1,000 in the evening. Silver B complex just gives you more energy, and it helps you helps with your blood. Also helps with hangovers. And another thing, I haven't had a drink except for Bailey's in my coffee for 10 days. I'm really missing it. And then you got zinc. This is another really important one. There you go. Take half in the morning, half at night. Yep. And then the other real important one is D3. D2, D3 is the same thing. I went and researched that. Really, there's no difference between the two. You'll just recognize it as D3 more often. And then anything else I may have missed, I just, generic brand from Walmart, whatever, with a multivitamin. And then the one amino I take all the time is Arginine. I take this in the morning, I take it before my workout, and I take it at night. It helps me with my cholesterol. I do dose it pretty heavy. And then I had a bodybuilder tell me that at night, if you take it in a large dose, it actually releases your body's natural HGH. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been doing it for a long time, and I think my results kind of speak for themselves. So, getting ready to do some cooking today. Come on. There we go. So my mainstay is bacon and eggs, but I'm gonna add some hot dogs. I'll chop up some hot dog bits. And then I'm gonna some Gouda cheese. So the bacon is basically just to give me the grease to cook it in. It's a non-stick pot, and they always show them where the egg slides right off it. Bullshit. Does it come off easier? Yes, it does. But yeah, you still have to run some hot water through it and wipe it down with a rag. But it is a lot easier to clean than it is when I cook with my cast iron, which I do on chicken or pork chops. Then I'm using cast iron. I do like to cook. Been cooking since I was 14 years old. Yeah, it shows it's plugged in. Came from a large family. Unfortunately, the older kids, I was the baby, were kind of forced into doing the cooking, which they didn't like to do. So let's say the quality suffered. Yes, Sandy, I'm talking about you. So I started cooking myself because I was tired of eating poor food, and I couldn't go over to the neighbors all the time. Although I tried, Miss Matthias, you had great food. I appreciate it. And then I enjoy cooking. It's kind of one of those. I'm no gourmet chef, but I like to eat, and because I like to eat, I like to cook. The two kind of are hand in hand. Do I use creatine? Not in a pill form, but it is in my pre-workout. Yum. I probably should edit that out, but I don't edit stuff. So yeah, the Bang has creatine. It has aminos, got EASS, whatever the hell that is. And I used to take it in a pill form, but I think it reacted with my arginine in my stomach before my workout, and it gave me an upset stomach. So, but if I drink it in the Bang, then it doesn't bother me. So that's the way I do it. I am going to do a video on creatine when I get out of quarantine. I'm going to go see Matt at Click Nutrition, and I'm having doing one on creatine, on which one's the best one to take, and how it takes and how it works, and then I'll load that one up. Probably won't happen until next year because I'm going on vacation to see my oldest daughter, and I won't have access to him. But I probably will still go to some of the local gyms and do some videos there. So kind of a recap. Those who just got back. Now that I'm starting to become a YouTuber, Never thought I'd use that term. So never say never. I'm starting to get some, I will say uneducated comments, because a lot of these people could Google me. If you type in my name in powerlifting, my records will show up. So I get the fake weights. I'm in a real gym. You can see people behind me working out the same weights. Unfortunately, there have been people, and still are people out there, that put those videos out. I actually had one of the guys that does my videos for another channel, mention that he had went to other gyms and they had used fake weights. He said they look real, they actually cost more than real weights. And he wanted to know if we did a gym picture, if we wanted to use them. And I said, no. I said, once that gets out, everything else you've done is now suspect. So the people that got busted, no matter what video they make now, whether they're using real weights or not, are suspect. So I'm not going to do real weights or fake weights. I do real weights. That's all I do. This is what I can push. I don't sit there and try to push more. I am trying to sit there and reach 500. I don't know if I'll make it, but I'm going to make my best shot at it. And understand what you do in the gym does not correlate 100% to what you do in a meet. In a meet, you have to bring it down and wait for the press call. You have to get the rack call. If your foot moves, it's a red light. If your butt comes off the bench, it's a red light. If you rock it, it's a red light. If it starts to come back down and you put it back up, it's a red light. All right, it is a press. It's not a touch and go. So you're always going to have probably about 10, 20 pounds less on your meets than you can do in the gym. But you still do it in the gym. You still work it out as hard as you can. If you have any questions, please pop them on there. I can see them and answer them to you right away. I'm just trying to think of everything. And then the other one was, am I on any sort of steroids or TRT? I am not. All right. Once the person goes, oh, you look fat. I do. I got some body weight on me. I got some extra body fat too. I'm not the lean, mean fighting machine I used to be. I know that. I'm stronger, but my endurance is not what it was when I was in my 20s, and neither is my physique. I carry some extra weight. It's getting better. But, somebody who's on all those things tend not to have the extra weight, and like I said, I ain't against if you take it or not. None of my damn business. It's America, make your own decisions. You're an adult. I just chose not to. That's all there's to it. Whether you believe me or not, I don't care. All right. I know what I do. And everybody who works out with me knows what it does. I got my nephew calling me. Michael, everything okay? No problem. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a problem. I'll give you a ring back here in about 10 minutes. All right, you're welcome. All right, that was my nephew, and I answered it because, unfortunately, a lot of times your calls from your relatives are bearers of bad news, but he is the one that likes to call me on a semi-regular basis just to shoot the shit, and he drives a truck, so maybe he's in the area. I hope not, because I won't be able to drive out and see him because I'm still under quarantine. But if he's out there tomorrow, then I can do it. So that would be awesome. New to your channel at 63. How many days a week do you train? I generally train about 4 to 5 days a week, Stephen. You need, at our age, we need a couple days of rest. So usually it's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then depending on my schedule, do I do a Friday one or not? If I don't do a Friday one, then maybe I'll do one Saturday. Sunday is my day of rest. Although sometimes I compete because they're on, some of the competitions are on a Sunday. Tuesdays I'll usually do arms and shoulders. Wednesdays is usually back. And then Friday or Saturday is legs. I haven't done legs as much as I concentrate on the upper body. I'm trying to change that now. So I do get some, hey, you got skinny legs. Yep, I do. Don't discharge. I don't mind those comments. I'm an adult. I can take a little criticism. But I train for about an hour and a half. I train any longer than that. Really doesn't have, I see any benefits. I used to do, when I was younger, I trained 3 hours a day, but I was probably about 7% body fat naturally. I ate a huge amount of rice and meat. It was unreal how much food I used to eat. I remember when I was, I think, 30, I went up like 3 shirt sizes in the same year. My wife was so pissed at me because I was at work in a lab job and I had to, wear a collared shirt, and they were good for about 3 months before I couldn't wear them anymore. So, but those were a type of exercise where I did huge amount of reps and low to medium weights, some heavy, but not like I do now. Like I said, I had more of the bodybuilder's physique, and you just don't realize how big you get until you see a video of yourself and you're like, holy crap, that was me. I didn't realize it. So now I do an hour and a half at the most. Once in a blue moon, I'll throw a long workout if I'm running into some people I haven't seen in a while. We'll go back and do another workout, but most of the time, an hour and a half is plenty. Yeah, my recovery time is a little bit longer. It's not 90 seconds between sets. It's probably more 2.5 to 3 minutes. So, one of the things about working out when you're getting older, and here's what I had to fight over, is you get to the point where you start telling yourself it's okay not to excel. I did it in my 30s on my bench. I was benching 285, and I had told myself, no one else told me, I had told myself that I was probably my max because I was tall and had really long arms. And then one day I seen somebody just like me repping 315. It's okay. So I needed to have another conversation with myself. And then I hit 315, and then I was in the gym out in, I think it was in Homer Glen, Illinois. And this Aaron was a really strong guy, 600-pound bencher. I asked him, well, why don't I go after 405? And then here I started seeing that silliness again. Well, I'm too tall. My arms are too long. And then I stopped. I said, oh, there it is. I'm talking myself out of something. So at age of 41, I think, or 42. No, I would have been 43 at the time. I set a goal to hit 405. Gave myself 2 years to make it. All right, if you're going to set a goal, give yourself more than enough time to reach it so you're not trying to rush it and getting yourself hurt. 20 months later, I hit it. I was really happy. It took me another 4 months to hit it a second time. And then after that, my goal was to stay in the 405. Really was not planning on getting much over that. But over a period of 15 years, I found myself about every 2 years getting 5 pounds stronger. So now I'm, when I'm in shape, I'm easily able to throw up 450, 455 in the gym. I just recently upped my record to 5th all time in the 60 to 64 275 pound class with a bench at the UPA meet of 446 pounds. The reason it's a weird weight because they do kilos, because it's a world-class powerlifting. So in powerlifting, in a sanctioned meet, you're using kilos. So that was 202.5 kilos. So my goal next year is to beat that. My goal next year also is to be in the 242-pound class, not the 275. So I got 2 goals. And then I want to go after the number 2 slot at the 275 because there's one in there at 510 pounds. Now, I did get some feedback that one didn't belong there. That was actually a geared lift. But that is up to openpowerlifting.org to figure that one out, not me. I may send him an email and ask him, is this a legit lift or was this geared? Because that lift is actually greater, somebody said, than he is in the geared one. I'll have to double check that. In 242-pound class, the top weight, I think, is like 467 or 462, and I think that's attainable. I think I can get that one. So then I pull the bacon out. I throw the cut up hot dogs in for a quick sear. You know, not the healthiest stuff, but better than McDonald's. Basically, I just let that sear in the bacon grease. Try to get the ones that are riding on top of each other. There we go. Almost. I'll let that sear for a few minutes and I'll throw some eggs in. We got eggs from the neighbor. I hate to think the chicken yelled out when that one came out. I do buy them from the store when I have to because the chickens are not laying in a constant pattern. So for about 2 weeks, I had to use store-bought eggs. I'd rather not, but you know, protein's protein. What else? So yeah, just a quick recap. Last day of quarantine, I'm stir crazy. I'm gonna be so happy to get out of the house tomorrow. I got a lot of things to do. Workout's gonna be number one, and I gotta get the car cleaned out. Gotta get the oil changed. Do some last minute grocery shopping. Stop and see some people. There we go. Runner boy, my goal for deadlift is 300 kilos, so 660 pounds. That's a long way from it, but do you think I can do it? Of course you can. You set your mind to it, and you take the time and the effort to do it, and put the years in. And it may be years, but absolutely, I think you can do it. You have pretty good form. You know, try to get with a trainer maybe every now and then. Do it constant, but you know, you get to somebody who can deadlift a lot. You know, I got a buddy Tim Fitness I need to link up with because my form is not the best, and I need to really work on that. But yeah. 300 kilos, you know, 660 pounds is a good goal. I think you got the body build for it. You know, is it going to happen next year? God, no, don't do that. You'll hurt yourself. But if you keep at it, you know, like understand there's going to be ups and downs. Going to service, you know, be like you're going to get deployed and you're going to lose a little bit. But understand muscle memory comes back faster. So it takes more to get to that level. But once you're at that level and you take time off, it does not take nearly as much time to get back up to it. So when I have injuries, you know, and I'm off out of the gym for, you know, 3-4 weeks, you know, I'll come back in the gym and be mentioned 315, but, you know, it only takes me 3 or 4 weeks to get back into the 400s because I've already been there. But yes, don't let anybody talk you out of that goal, especially yourself. All right. So I definitely think you can do that. And I look forward to when you do. And hopefully my channel's, you know, been growing in there and we're all being healthy. And enjoy your channel. Thank you, Stephen. I do enjoy doing this. I do train in the gym and I do some online training. So if you are interested, you know, just give me a message on Messenger. I'm also on Facebook. There's one with me in a kilt. That's my Scottish Fitness one. I don't look at that as often. There's an old account there, you know, wife beater. That one's closed. And then there's the other one. I think I may still have my. Oh no, it's either my Veterans Day picture or I got my picture with my daughter when we were at Battleship, Missouri. That's the one I look at. Well, so Matt Moore, how long have you been training? I've been training since I was 14, pretty consistently. You know, was there a year or two where I took off here and there? Yeah. The biggest gap was when I was 35. I hurt my back getting potting soil out of the car for the wife. And I took about 6 weeks off, started back up and restrained the back. And then I didn't pick up the weights again until I was 39. And I really regret doing that. The whole idea is the wife was always telling me, you look fine. You look fine. You know, one day I looked in the mirror. I didn't look fine, you know, and I was really angry with myself. So at 39, I picked the weights back up. Literally, I had to go out in the field and get them off my disc harrows and I started lifting again. And the wife goes, oh, God, are we doing this again? Because before I quit, I was 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. I mean, 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. It didn't vary. Everything worked around my schedule, but I did it at home. So, yeah, I've been working out solid since I was 39 years old. I'll take a week or 2 weeks off every now and then because of injuries or because of COVID. But generally, it's pretty consistent. So you went from 80 kilos max to this year to 140. So yeah, I'll be happy with that. That's huge, you know. And understand that rate of acceleration will probably sit there and start slowing down. That's okay, you know. That's to be expected. And you will have times where you may go 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks with no, you know, real advancement. That's okay too, you know, because those times are going to happen also. So you just gotta keep at it and keep driving on. So now that I got my hot dogs all nice and warm up, time to drop some eggs in there. So what do you know? It's a fitness and cooking channel. Today I'm gonna put in 3 eggs because they're pretty big. You know, one's like a double jumbo. So the jumbo eggs are about 8 grams of protein each. The hot dogs, probably I'm getting about 6 grams through the 2 hot dogs we chopped up. Cheese, maybe 1 gram, because I'm not putting a lot of it in there. So there's 16, that's 24, let's call it 30 grams right there. And then a glass of milk I'll have, depending on how much I pour in there, I'll have about 15 to 20 grams. I have about 45 to 50 grams in this meal. Which is, I hate eggs, I can't eat them at all. Well, can't help you there. Eggs are one of the best sources and least expensive sources of protein. But if you don't like them, you don't like them. It's okay. Cream of wheat, oats, you know, for breakfast, sausage, bacon, milk. All right. If you're okay with milk, then you should be okay. I know I got this out here. I like eggs, right? Wife will say, "Oh God, we're having eggs again. I get tired of it." I said, "Yeah, we are." Now every now and then I'll break from it, and we'll make pancakes. Do you like pancakes? Because if you like pancakes, guess what is in pancakes? Eggs. Not a lot, but there's some eggs. Usually 2 per batch. That's where the pancakes are getting a lot of their protein from. Chopped up some of my Gouda cheese I bought from the cheese shop. Just to add some flavor. Then I'll probably smear it all with A1 steak sauce. Remember, steak sauce is not for steaks. Steak sauce is for eggs, for hamburgers, not for steaks. Because, yep, I like pancakes. So guess what? You like eggs. You just need to cook them differently. Eggs is involved in a lot of things. A lot of your bakery products have an egg or 2 in it. But I'm just having fun with you. But generally, if you're training hard, you want to get at least 0.5 gram of protein per day per body weight, or anywhere up to 1 gram. When I'm training hard, I try to get 1 gram per body weight. So I try to get 200 to 250 grams of protein a day. I got to do that through 5 or 6 meals. Because eating 150 grams for breakfast doesn't do it, because 100 of those grams are just going on through the system. So I appreciate everybody popping in here. So always try to do a little presentation and everything. So a nice presentation. Now here is my I don't care what happens in this knife thing. I picked it up at Jamie's Mixed Train Post. It's a nice blade, and it was probably about $30. You know, only thing is it is made in China, but it holds a nice blade. And I don't care if I sit there and chip this one up or beat it up in that. Where with my case knives that cost $100 or more, those are usually for you know what I call my bling when I have my cowboy stuff on. How much am I weighing in at? So right now I'm at 250 pounds. I usually compete. Last year and the years before that, I always would compete mostly in the 242 pound class. In 2021, I competed at 275 all year. And generally, I'd be weighing in somewhere between 255 and 257. Time of the videos, like my 460-pound video, and I think I was 257. I think I even mentioned it in the video. So I'm a little lighter now, and I think I'm going to try to get down to about 245 and hold there. Then if I want to do a meet, I only got 3 pounds I need to drop. And my height, 6'4". So, maybe 6'3" now. I don't know. I was 6'4 1/4 when I was in the Army, but I think gravity might have pushed me down a little bit. So yeah, I'm tall, got big feet, size 15. So my choice of footwear is limited. But got long arms, got well over a 6 foot wingspan. A lot of people just are amazed at my benching that because, you don't have big arms. Big arms don't do a bench. You have big arms and still not bench a lot. All right, what's really important for bench is your pecs, which I have huge pecs, and your shoulders. I have huge shoulders. And then your back to support it. I can pull what I can bench. Barefoot 6'4" with shoes. Probably with shoes now. Barefoot, I'm probably 6'3". Good question. Yeah. I used to be 6'4 1/4 barefooted, but that's back when I was like 25. Good question. I like that. Yeah, with shoes. Hell, with my cowboy boots, I'm almost 6'6". That's why I like cowboy boots. But I understand, I bump into a lot of low doorways. I can't tell you how many times I've banged my head up because I just didn't duck when I should have. Now, let me see. I'm getting ready to flip this over. See, that cheese is melting really nice. Over here, and one more flip, and it'll be time for breakfast. What else to cover? I think I've covered everything. Nutrition, the vitamins, the minerals. A lot of these vitamins and minerals are for immunity. A lot of them are for healing. Vitamin C is really huge in healing. 197 centimeters barefoot. So I'll have to do the conversion. I take it you must be over across the pond, as they say. It's almost dinner time for me. Here you go. Yeah, it's a late breakfast here. It is 10 a.m. 10:08 a.m. right here. So max 197 centimeters. What does that convert to? I know it's about 33 centimeters per foot. So you're 5 foot something, or maybe even 6 foot. I'll have to do here. Let me do the conversion here. I'm thinking it's 35 or 30 centimeters a foot. It's wrong. Calendar 197 by 33 makes you just about 6 foot tall. Just 5.96. So it's a good height. Probably don't bang as many things as I do. I think 5'7". Okay, so it must be 35 centimeters per foot. Family, side of the family, the males run anywhere from about 6'1" to 6'6". I took after, connection's unstable. I moved it. How dare I? There we go. Connection is back. So I take after my mom's side for the height. I take after my dad's side for my coloring. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, my brothers. I got, like I said, I'm the baby of the family. I got 3 sisters, 2 brothers. My brothers are only 5'8" and 5'10". And then my sisters, I got 2 of them that are under 5 foot tall. They're my half sisters. Boom, ting. They hate when I do that, but it's true. So yeah, no, it isn't 6 foot. I see it's 5'7", so it must be like 35 centimeters. Must be the conversion. I was just trying to go after my memory. 6'6". No, it's 6'6". Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Never mind. I got way off on the conversion there. All right. Tall. Somebody to look up to. How much do you weigh in pounds? You probably do kilos too, because I do compete in kilos. One more flip. 221. Oh. Because when I was 25, I was probably about 205 pounds. So 66 kilos, I'm light. Yeah. Now, if you're young, don't worry, that'll change when you get older. I was 185 when I got married. And after a couple of years of marriage, I was 205. And then one day I woke up and I was 250. Like, what happened? Metabolism has slowed down. Oh, you lost weight due to COVID. All right, well, I hope you're getting better. Yeah, I did too. I lost 10 pounds. So I'm down to 250. I'm usually around 262. But I'm going to try to keep down there. This is my last day of quarantine and COVID. So tomorrow, look out. Go out and have some fun. So I'm going to try to really fuel up and eat quite a bit of food today. So I got that energy. But still, 222 is not a bad weight. So, at 6'6", probably 240 is a really optimal weight for you. Just ignore what they say on the computers because, on the computers, both you and I are obese. Lost 38 pounds. That's so I only lost about 10 to 12. But then again, mine only lasted about 5 days. And really only 2 days it was bad. So I think Monday night to Tuesday or Wednesday morning is when it was bad. How much water do I intake a day? Okay, so I try to drink a lot of water and milk. So I will probably have about 6 pints of water a day, then usually 2 to 3 glasses of milk. It just, and then sometimes you got to have something besides water because water will flush you out. But then I'll have a V8. V8, in the can. So I'm getting a lot of electrolytes and a lot of fruits and vegetables that I need. Ben Stone, great channel. Discovered you honored to enjoy your content. Thank you very much. You've been a vegan for a year, so adjusting to that as well. Yeah, I'm a meat eater. I like all sorts of food, but I'm a true omnivore. If it moves or grows, I eat it. All right. When you say vegan, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there, how do you define vegan? Because some of those ones I hear are kind of extreme, and I think someone might be putting misinformation out there. Because vegan is not vegetable, it's not a vegetarian, as I know. And with vegetarian in a piece of piss made, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But as long as you eat, I don't care if you're a vegetarian or a vegan or it's all good stuff. Oh, it means easy. Okay, piece of piss. That's different. Max, where are you from? What country? That your feet turn purple, it's COVID. No, it's not with me anyway. There is a lot of misinformation out there on the internet on everything. I have a biochemistry degree, so I know a bunch about this stuff. Back in early December of 2019, when everybody called me up, and he was saying, listen, you guys see what's going on in China. And he goes, it's concerning. So I got on the internet and I spent about an hour digging into it, and I called them back and I said, it don't look good. I said, if this ain't a pandemic, this is how it starts. And then, just the misinformation that was coming from the WHO, when they're saying, well, there's no human transmission, no, bullshit. It was in Japan. It was in South Korea. How did it get there? That's what viruses do. If you catch a virus, you can give it to another person, and then the were trying to downplay it until it got just especially over in England, but, Italy, holy crap. It was really bad, Numbers that we're getting out of China, I suspected were suppressed. But so in January, I already started buying cold medicines, buying all the vitamins, buying toilet paper. Didn't realize I needed to buy as much as I've seen some people buy. And bought masks, bought gloves. I'm prepared for it. Bought Lysol while you could still get it. My wife's a teacher. I went and built her a clear barricade around her desk. And then they did go to remote learning for about a year, and it's really been an adjustment. There's a lot of opinions on there. There are people get the vax, don't get the vax. If you don't get the vax, you're terrible. If you do get the vax, you're terrible. And they spend too much time worrying about it. I'm in Illinois, Central Illinois, Great Midwest, as they say. So I think our climates are similar because you get warmer because of the Gulf Stream that kicks up there. Every teacher needs a barricade on her desk. Could call for COVID or that. Yeah, there you go. Short orders are never spoken. I'll tell the wife that. She'll get a good laugh out of that one. So here's my presentation on my food today. Got some bacon, got the eggs with the other stuff in it. Got the steak sauce smeared over it. I'm going to get a big glass of milk. Take some of my medicine, my vitamins and that. And then sit there and get out and start the day. It's still a warm day. Supposed to get high of 65 degrees, and then that'll probably be the last day we get warm weather for a while. This is our winter. Yeah, Trump still should be president. Yeah, I agree, but it ain't good here, and it's not good in a lot of places. I talked to a lot of people out of Canada and Europe, and it's a very concerning time. I'll be honest with you, if you would ask me this 10 years ago, we'd be in something like that. I just wouldn't have believed it. But everybody stay safe, and stay healthy. If you have some videos you'd like me to make, shoot them in my regular comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do and share. And, any ideas you'd like to hear, let me know, and I'll try to make a video on it or go to somebody who's the expert in the field. So from Central Illinois is the right way. It's a French word, you know this. You guys have a blessed day, and thanks for joining in. And stream. Gregory Francis, thanks for the motivation from a 3-year-old. You're much welcome. God bless. Thank you, Chauncey.